Okay fam, I've been posting videos like a madman, Billboard Music Awards, Ariana Grande, album review, much more. So please make sure to check out my most recent videos playlist and comment on those videos. Let me know if you enjoyed them. I will have at least 3 or 4 videos coming this week. Thank you guys so much. Hey fam, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc.com, coming to you with your no frills, the voice commentary from a singer. We have finally made it, baby. We are off and running. Tonight is the finale, and our 4 finalists will be singing 3 songs apiece. Hannah, Laith, Alisan, and Adam Wakefield. The first time since season 2 that each coach has had a contestant in the finale, and they will sing a duet with their coach, a cover tune, and an original song that they wrote themselves. We started out with TeamAdam. It was Laith Al-Saadi. He did White Room by Cream, and Adam told him to give a big Hendrixy or Cochran scream into his solo. I'm loving that Laith is keeping the pace up, and the opening light show was entertaining and raised the anticipation. His voice was rock solid as always, and he had his bop on. His guitar outshone his vocal on this song, but he did go for a few higher notes. He played the guitar a pretty long time into the ending, and it was okay. Blake noticed that he made it through the song with more guitar than he himself would have liked. Christina said it's always a pleasure to hear him tear up the guitar. Pharrell talked the most about his guitar playing also. Team Christina next had Alisan Porter up. She did Down That Road, an original song written by her. And Christina told her when she sings the song to make sure she sings it for all the people out there struggling with their dreams. And in the studio, this sounded like a straight up country song to me. And then she added in a little pop inflections. I was loving the lyrics, and it showed off a little her smoky low notes. This had nice emotion and lots of places for her voice to shine and to soar. The people holding lanterns and making several different formations on the stage was really nice and interesting choice. Hey, shout out formation, Beyonce! TeamBlake was up next with Adam Wakefield and Blake Shelton performing The Conversaion by Hank Williams Jr. and Willie Nelson, and they both donned their guitars for this and warbled through the song. That's what I wrote. Adam had a nice way of adding little riffs and inflections that were unique and so subtle. Blake, of course, was laying in the cut and giving us the baby lock them doors low notes with some gruff in the mid-range. I lost interest in short order though. It's true. TeamPharrell was up next with Hannah Huston. She did Every Breath You Take by The Police, and Pharrell simply told her to give us a strong please and to go primal on it. The camera work in the beginning made it look like she was coming up on a rising platform because it started down and arced up like this, and she started all dark and sultry singing. She looked stunning as always, and her voice was so dialed in and full of emotion. The vibrato was giving me the Bond theme, and she pulled out the big guns on the chorus. I wasn't crazy about the bridge, but I loved the resolution as she came out of it. I felt like she was feeling every lyric she sang here very personally. Adam was happy that someone walked her down the stairs because she had on a long dress and said she did an amazing version of the song. Blake called it risky, but told her it was so beautiful and called it brilliant. And if you think I'm brilliant, please make sure to thumb up the commentary and let me know that you're over here watching the show and enjoying it. I really appreciate you guys coming watching for these last few episodes. Make sure to share it, and thank you so much for your thumbs. Next up we had TeamAdam with Laith Al-Saadi and Adam Levine performing their duet. A Beatles medley of Golden Summers carried that weight and the end, and Adam was on the drums. Then I looked down and back up and he was on the guitar. I was like, what did that happen? This was really cool and enjoyable. Team Christina then had their duet. Alisan Porter and Christina Aguilera performed You Got a Friend by Carole King, and Alisan started this out very pretty and Christina came in with some smoky tones. It was a stark contrast between their voices, but they blended well together. This was laid back and sedate, but they incorporated some runs and some big notes in tasteful places. It wasn't pitch perfect, but very good, and they had a great chemistry. Then Team Blake's Adam Wakefield did Lonesome, Broken and Blue, an original song that he wrote, and Blake told him to think about why he wrote the song while he's performing it. Duh. I loved how the first line just really grabbed your attention and pulled you in, and it summed up the song well. I also liked the beat coming in as the chorus started. Nice arrangement, very twangy. I was losing some of the words but got the gist of the song and enjoyed his vocals and the lovesick vibe that it set. Pharrell congratulated him, said the song felt good, and told him he loves that he has so many colors to pull from his palette. Adam chided the audience for their bad clapping and called it a great song. TeamPharrell was up next with their duet. Hannah Huston and Pharrell Williams performed Brand New by Pharrell and Justin Timberlake. I figured this would be a train wreck, y'all, but Pharrell sounded okay on the beginning, though it seemed just a little low for Hannah. He was working the stage and she was working him. The kids band that was dancing but not playing behind them brought some energy to the stage, but this didn't show off Hannah's voice at all. She did her best with it, and Pharrell started dropping those falsetto notes where he should have been singing. He was just like stopping and then coming in later and stopping, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's a mess. This should have been shorter because it was just too much. TeamAdam then had Laith Al-Saadi do Morning Light, his original song that he wrote, and Adam told him to go harder at it and boil over more in the ending. So I loved this in the studio session, and his guitar solo lead in was wonderful. My head was bopping side to side. His vocals were front and center where they should be. He had some purring moments in that first section and took a sick guitar solo, then came back with a nice pleading tone. There was definitely more dynamic fodder vocally on this, and the background vocals kind of took over a little going into the ending, but a very, very good performance. Adam and Pharrell stood for him. Christina said he killed it on the guitar and she enjoyed it. Pharrell told him amazing chord changes, among other things, and told people to go buy the new song. Next up was TeamBlake. Adam Wakefield did When I Call Your Name by Vince Gill, and Blake told him it's important to stay as close to the original phrasing as he can. Adam sat at the piano to start this, and in between two big pillars filled with light, this had a nice southern gospel sound in Adam's voice, and he was preaching to the choir. This was very introverted, and he had his eyes closed quite a bit while he was sitting there. When he pulled out the big notes, they just sailed so solid and emotive. A nice key change. Blake was singing along. He dug down deep to hit those really gravelly high notes. I just wish he would have connected more to the audience and the camera, but that vocal was stellar. Christina called him talented and said she is never disappointed when he takes the stage, and called his ad-libs and runs accurate and interesting. Adam told him he has an amazing taste the way he puts together a song. Then we had TeamPharrell, Hannah Huston doing I Call the Shots, an original song by Pharrell and Hannah, and I liked this rehearsal recording session for many reasons, but it showed a lot of what a producer does in the studio, including giving line readings and leading the artist in the best vocal production for the song that the artist may have written, but he just like fills out everything, tells you try it this way, try it that way, do this, do that, maybe you should add a little more swing and a little more here, so that he gets all this great material and he can put it together and make it into a cohesive unit. That showed very, very well, I think, in this pre-roll. And I wasn't really liking this in the pre-roll, but in performance it was pretty epic and different from everything else that was done on the show tonight. Lots of attitude, not your simple ballad, a real indie rock vibe. Did you notice her name on the kick drum back there? I don't know if they did that for everyone. I just noticed it for Hannah. Adam and Pharrell stood for her, and Pharrell went right up on stage to give her a big hug. Adam talked about how cool it was to see the process. And in the pimp spot tonight was Team Christina with Alisan Porter doing Somewhere from West Side Story. Christina called it the perfect finale song and told her go big or go home. And Alisan was surrounded by strings on the stage as she began this very delicately, and my emotions runneth over. I was just like, oh my God, so beautiful. She really went for it on this and blew the house down. Beautiful emotion, dynamic vocals, so much wow and pow, all the high notes with the nice covered tones. Adam and Pharrell stood for her. Adam told her everybody knows how great she is and told her congrats and said she knows we love her. And Christina was tearing up and called her an inspiration to everybody and anybody who has a dream and wants a second chance. And that's it for the show. Oh my God, the last night. Oh, I'm gonna miss it so much. But tomorrow night we find out who is the winner. Let me know who you are voting for, who you think is gonna take the night. Sia, Little Big Town, Zayn, Ariana Grande, and more will be performing tomorrow night. I will see you there. This is Robert Anton. I'm out.